In the heart of the city, there's a lady so divine, with a gift so rare she can read between the lines, unlocking mysteries. She's the one we all admire. With a touch of magic, she sets our souls on fire. From psychic readings to rosemary oil so pure, her spirit shines bright. Of that I am sure. On TV she graces the screen with grace. Her presence is a blessing in every time and place. Pop culture psychic, in tune with the stars. She sees beyond the veil, even beyond Mars. And when the night falls, Tracy after dark, her wisdom illuminates like a powerful spark. So if you seek guidance, look no further than her door. Tracy Brown live where wisdom does soar. Through the realms of the unseen, she'll light your way. With every word she speaks, darkness turns to day. Tracy Brown lives the beacon of light, guiding us through the shadows of night. Her voice like a melody, so pure and strong. In her presence, we know we belong. From psychic readings to rosemary oil so pure, her spirit shines bright. Of that I am sure. On TV, she graces the screen with grace. Her presence is a blessing in every time and place. Pop culture psychic, in tune with the stars. She sees beyond the veil, even beyond Mars. And when the night falls, Tracy after dark, her wisdom illuminates like a powerful spark. So if you seek guidance, look no further than her door. Tracy Brown live where wisdom does soar. Through the realms of the unseen, she'll light your way. With every word she speaks, darkness turns to day. Tracy Brown live the beacon of light, guiding us through the shadows of night. Her voice like a melody, so pure and strong. In her presence, we know we belong. Tracy Brown lived the beacon of light, guiding us through the shadows of night. Her voice like a melody, so pure and strong. In her presence, we know we belong.
I muted myself. You should hear me now. There was no sound on my last vid, so I don't know how much of it they got, but it's okay. Hi, Noel. How are you doing? It's hump day. Guys, tell me how you're doing. We hear you now. Thank you. I muted my my mic. I did touch it, so I must have muted it. Oh. I get a good cup of Malik, guys. A very good cup of Malik. I think this also might be a soup cup. I don't know if it's a large coffee cup. It might be a soup cup. How are you all doing today? It is a beautiful day today. When I say beautiful, I mean cloudy, gray, Looks like rain all day. It's beautiful today. Shoo, we be wishing it's windy, it's cool, like the wind is blowing, the tree branches. Woo, child, for Caribbean, that is amazing. I'm really, really happy. So let me put my phone away. I will walk out without it. I will take this with no phone inside. Really should clean this though. You know, your phone is energy. I never clean inside the case, like inside the case. I'm gonna clean it. Clean it with my eyeglass cleaner. Just wash it out later. Oh dear, dear, dear. How is everyone doing? Look at that. I never think to clean inside the phone because I never go inside. I never put anything there, but I know some people do put credit cards and ID inside their phones. I don't. All right, look at here, look at here. Tell me how you're doing this morning, this special Wednesday morning, just a few days from election. How are you guys feeling about the election? Do you have anxiety? What's going on? Um, good, good, good. Planning to vote today or tomorrow. Yes. Good for you. Hi, Michelle Bell. Hi, Colton. Hi, Bree. Good health. Yes, please go out and vote and go out and vote for Kamala. Unless you want a madman at the helm. Again, we've already had the experience. So unless you want that again. Wow. Women of all color and races, please vote for Kamala. I know we have a really hard time voting for women. That's why Clinton didn't get in. She was qualified. Kamala has an equal history. No, Kamala has a better history than Hillary because Hillary was the wife of a politician. Kamala is a politician, born and raised. So I like drinking my coffee like it's soup. By the way, guys, these are the only spoons that I have in my house. I only have soup spoons. I don't have regular teaspoons shapes. I don't believe in them. Oh, you put God's morning. That's so cute. Hi, Stephen. So get out there and do your civic duty and vote, everyone. I voted 2 days ago. It was the last day for early voting around here. Makes no sense. I guess they have to prepare for the mass coming November 5th. But is voting a day off? All right. How are you feeling on hump day? Let's talk about hump day. How are you feeling? Oh, I'm just enjoying my coffee for a second. Um, Darn it, it's not a day off, but it should be. It really should be. Usually the employer gives you time off. Yeah. I think they're supposed to give you 4 hours to start work or 4 hours to leave early. I think. Um, it should be a day off, especially during like big elections. All right. Let's talk a little bit. I got so many pictures to show you, so I don't know if I'm going to get to all the pictures today. Let's talk a little bit about Love is Blind. Who is watching Love is Blind? I don't think this is a show my metaphysical people are that interested in, but who is watching it? I just burped. Who is watching Love is Blind? Okay, so this bamboozled Tyler. I don't like Tyler, but I think the way the story is being told is so beautiful. I love the way the producers have told this story. I despise Tyler because, as you know, social media went ham on him. So I got social media's impression before I got to know Tyler. I was not watching the show. So I'm watching the show with a side eye on Tyler. And he does not disappoint. The side eye is worthy. He does not disappoint. He says weird shit sometimes. And with people like that, you gotta catch it. You gotta call them on it. But he's good at what he does. So it's hard to catch him with the side eye. So I have these out of order. This my order is as disjointed as this season. This is Marissa. Marissa's looking not like Marissa there. Here's my thing with Marissa and this dude, whatever his name is. She said something crazy. Let me see if I can find it. She said, I actually think about an opinion in my family. The option. She goes, I don't want to follow the path of everyone in my family. And she says, divorce is always an option, right? And he said, or she said, is that something that you're like scared about? Now, he's been married before. So he's been married and divorced. I think what's happening here with Marissa, I thought I caught something else. Yeah, here it is. She said, I'll probably give 7 years before I go for a divorce. That's what she said. That scared him. He's been divorced and married and divorced. And that scared him. He was like, what? So here's the problem I have with Marissa. Marissa is wired high, trying to act normal. Marissa has military PTSD. It's just very feminine. She has issues with her mental stability. And when she's having a break in her mental stability, she kind of says weird shit. She gets real nervous, real jittery. She says weird shit. And it's not anything too crazy, but it is enough for a man to go, what is this? Like, am I going to be nurturing this woman all my life? In the pod, she said, I want you to be a stay-home mom. Would you, a stay-home dad? Would you be willing to do that? And he said yes. But after talking to her mom, who said, I will cut off your balls and you don't get a prenup, like you better get a prenup. And to think that he has to stay home with the kids and then have her either complain when she gets home or come home with an attitude like, don't talk to me. I've been driving for 2 hours. I have every right to be in an attitude. I don't know if I would marry Marissa either. I think Marissa needs a long-term live-in boyfriend, not marriage. I think she has to wait to figure out who she is, what her life is, how her law degree works in her favor for relationships. And she's like, I want to be chosen. I want to be chosen. But it's like, do you choose the ice cream or does the ice cream choose you? Because I think a lot of women want to be married. I don't think they're in love with their partners. They like the concept of marriage, the wedding, bragging to their friends. Look at me, I got a ring. I got a ring. It's the wrong thing. Side note, do you know that when I got engaged, I had such little family around me, feminine family to help me? True story. Hold on a second. It's a true story. You guys know I never tell lies. Let's see. I have such little family around me, feminine care family, that when I got engaged, I was so ignorant about what an engagement looked like. One, about what an engagement ring should look like. My poor ex-husband, we were young, and he brought like a chip of a ring. I wasn't that stupid. Like, how much did the ring cost you? $200? But we were young. And he put it on the wrong finger. So I think it goes on this finger because that's the receiving hand. But we put it on this finger. And I went around my family and I was like, look, I got engaged. Not one family member said it's on the wrong finger. A church member had to tell me. Just side note. So because I'm a Leo and I may not know a lot about getting married or getting engaged, but I happened to be working near the Diamond District when he gave me my ring. And I went in and I said, what size is this? And they kind of like giggled. They were like, and I was like, and they were like, well, it's called the chip. And I said, what do you mean? And he goes, when we're making the diamonds, chips fall off. So they don't waste the chip. they put it in the form of an engagement ring, yada, yada, boom, boom, boom. But it was the size of a needle pin head, if you know what I mean. Well, that doesn't work for me. That's never going to work for me. So our date was delayed for the ring. So then I went to him and I said, I don't know how to show this ring off. Back in the day, the size of the ring showed how much the man valued you. Now, I gave him a lot of credit that he wanted to get engaged based upon his salary. But I didn't want to be married. I didn't want to get engaged. That was not a priority for me. So if that's something that you want, you're going to have to show me how much you want me. And a chip of a diamond tells me you don't value me. There's no way I can continue showing people. Okay, so we went to this other place, diamonds, diamonds, diamonds. And we went in, we picked out a diamond, and this diamond was 3/4. Still kind of cheap. It might have been like $700, but it was 3/4 big. Didn't make sense to me at all. And I was like, oh, that's really cheap. When the diamond was ready, it had a big black mark in the middle. Now, I said to him, I don't know what's going on here, but there's no way I can show a big diamond with a spot in the middle. This diamond is full. And he understood. I didn't know I was high maintenance, but I was. He understood. And so he went and brought a third diamond. Tell me that ain't love. He went and brought a third diamond. We went together. We went to the diamond district. We picked out a ring. Now, the ring was a 1/2 carat or just less than a 1/2 carat, because now the wedding's getting closer. Whatever. He was making payments on it. I mean, this man did everything he could to please me, and good for him. And so he's paying off the diamond. He made a great relationship with the dealer. And now we're close to the wedding. And he says to the dealer, this is how much I have to pay off, which was like $100. But the 1/2 diamond might have cost him about $1,000. And he said, this is how much I have. Might have been 100 or 200. But he was dedicated. The jeweler saw him every week. Because back in the day, we got paid weekly. He was amazing, and still planning for the wedding and paying for this bullshit and that bullshit for the wedding. When he says, can I take the diamond, get married, and bring it back? And the jeweler said, of course. So I did go down the aisle with the diamond on my finger, which at this point, I don't know if I really cared. Plus a wedding band. I really liked my wedding band. My wedding band was white and stripes of yellow gold. And then later on, I decided I didn't like my wedding band. It was really weird. I'm going to tell you about my wedding band real quick. In any case, I got married with a decent diamond, but then I still wasn't satisfied. I still was not happy because I was working on Wall Street and girls were walking around with amazing sized diamonds, like amazing. And I was like, this was before my metaphysical days. I was like, yep, these women ain't walking around with these amazing diamonds. And I I don't have a diamond that I feel is the right diamond. So I went back to him and I said, I would like to create my wedding band. So one in the center and two on the end, please. And you know, he did it. He did it. And then it was very pretty. And then I got pregnant. My fingers got too fat. I switched the ring from one hand to another finger and it fell off in the subway. So that was the end of that ring. But then, I don't know if I really cared. Somebody out there found a really decent diamond. So if you found a diamond back in the early 80s on the subway, it's mine. Just let me know and I'll bless it. I don't want it back. Then I was about to get divorced from this man. I didn't know I was going to get divorced. I just hated him so much. At this point, he cheated on me. In hindsight, I really think he was supposed to cheat on me. I don't think I was nice. Okay. But I don't believe that either. I think I was amazing to him. In any case, he cheated while I was pregnant. And so it was time to get a divorce. I believe it was time to get a divorce in my head. But I didn't leave him for 2 years after that. The first cheating, then there was a second cheating. And so that's why I'm not mad at the way I treated him. Because I think if you're going to cheat, it's just in you. Maybe not. I don't know. In any case, I decided that the ring that bound us through religion shouldn't be on my fingers anymore. So I took the ring and I stuck it straight on the fire on the stove. This might sound crazy to you, but it's still my life. It's how I my poor ex-husband, in hindsight. Some people are entering their villain era. I've always been in a villain era, to be honest with you. I do not play. So I took it, I put the ring on a metal fork, and I put it straight on the fire. I didn't know gold didn't melt. Very ignorant, right? So it just turned red. But I wanted it to melt. And so I decided to take it off and pound it on the ground. And it still didn't break or crack. It just flattened. And I was like, oh, damn. And so I just threw it in the garbage. He found it in the garbage. I think I used to be videotaped in my own house because he found it in the garbage and held on to it and waited for a good argument to whip it out his pocket. And I was like, and? All right, I don't know why I'm telling you guys this story. Hi, Magic Mermaid. Yeah, she really said that. She really said she'd be willing to stay married for 5 to 7 years before she gets a divorce. It was hilarious. Poor girl. Poor girl. Anywho, why does this always happen to me? Oh my God. Okay, anywho, let's get back. Oh, I'm off of my story now, Bree. Okay, I'm just going to leave it red because I can't. They changed some stuff here. So, needless to say, they broke up. They broke up. And let me tell you something. It was the most heart-wrenching breakup ever. I've never seen somebody in so much pain. It's like she never saw the signs in herself, right? See, now I'm an evolved, right? I'm evolved. And so my villain era is don't give a shit, right? That's where I am today, right? but I know myself. Period. I think I always know myself, but I really know myself now. She doesn't know what she created. I was so confused the whole season with her. I knew something was wrong because she talked very. I think she has some mental illness going on there. But I adore Marissa. I want her to succeed. This was the most heartbreaking ending relationship. She was on the floor crying. She kept saying, "Are you sure? Are you sure? Are you?" I was like, "Girl, stop begging this. Like, don't beg." See, that's why I'm a villain. I know why I'm a bitch. If my ex-husband would have came to me and said, "I'm out," I would have said, "I already packed your bags. Your bags are already packed." If my ex-husband said, "I'm out," I would have been like, bet. And I would have had another man in his bed that night. Yep. Cold. Cold. I don't have weak feminine energy. "Oh, please don't leave me. Please don't leave me. Bye. Bye. I'm young. I'm beautiful. And you think I can't catch another? Fuck out of here." Especially back in the day when men chased you. Please. Don't care. All right. Heartbreaking. I wanted to play it for you guys. It was heartbreaking. It was so bad. Funny. Who said this? Claudine? Oh my God. Best answer ever. Let me see if I can. I don't think I have Netflix on my phone. Got everything else on my damn phone. Oh, here it is. Let me see if I can find which episode it was where she went crazy. It was episode 11. I want you guys to hear it. Oh, Netflix must be sideways. Episodes 11. I think it was 11. You guys got to hear this. Women never act this way. Never. Episode 11 was the episode of breakups. It was heart-wrenching. She tried on her wedding gown already. Oh my God. Her mother is the one that said she would cut off his balls. That was funny. I love that. Yeah, this is the one. If I can get it without music. Oh no, it might be episode 12. Oh, it's episode 12. No, here it is. Oh, no, here it is. No, it's episode 12. Okay. Next episode. So bad.
Power on. Gathergood speaker. Bluetooth pairing mode. Your Bluetooth device is connected.
I want to marry you. That's literally the risk of falling in love, Francis.
I understand like falling in love is a risk. You're risking heartbreak. I understand that. But last night, I spoke with my niece's mother, Dallas, and then my brother. We had a long conversation about my previous marriage, just talking about this decision, and I learned about things. And fuck, like I just learned like my ex was like hurting much more than I realized after that divorce, and like I'm just like scared that something may happen, like where like I end up hurting you. Like I don't like don't like it's. I know it's a risk, I know, but like
it's killing me. We just had a conversation in Jacuzzi about how we do have this beautiful thing coming up, and it's very nerve wracking and it's scary. And there's a lot of people involved and a lot of feelings involved. But like ultimately, it's just about you and I.
I don't know. After being married and just like seeing other marriages and like hearing from other married people, like I just don't think like love alone is like enough. Like I think there needs to be other things that are also working and like that come together. Like love is super important, but it's just kind of
we
like,
only have love between us. Like
it's not that we don't only have love between us. Like we have like we built an incredible bond, and we have like we you know like this connection is amazing. But it's just like there is like certain things that like that you can't get around. Like the things that you, especially when it comes to like this, when it comes to living together, and it comes to like just spending like our day to day together, like that's like crazy important. Like that's the thing that could like potentially, like if it's not working well, it can like potentially grind us down over time.
There is more than love here. I haven't loved the person that I've been seeing, like especially yesterday. But we talked about that. We talked about you needing your space. And I love you enough to like to understand what you need and like try to meet you. This marriage is a promise and a commitment. And with commitment comes a responsibility of like getting through whatever we got to get through. I'm promising to go through life with you forever. Because I do think we'll be great together. I do think we are great together. I think you bring out really good characteristics that I don't usually show. And I think that I bring out good characteristics that you don't necessarily always show.
I've always followed my emotions. I've always followed my feelings. And like, I do think love is important. My feelings are telling me to move forward, but like, that's caused me to make some like wrong decisions in the past. I don't want to come back to this moment and be like, why was I led by my feelings? I've told myself time and time again, like, don't allow yourself to be led completely by your feelings. Like, I need to be like more logical about my reasoning. And so like, I don't want to get to that point where I'm like, I look back and I'm just like, fuck, I did it again. Like I fucked up again. Like I made that same fucking mistake that I always do.
But you don't truly feel that way right now.
What do you mean?
Like you don't feel like you're making a mistake.
Up to this point, no, I haven't felt like I've been making a mistake. But like now, like after having these conversations, like I feel like there might have been moments or things that I was brushing aside, wasn't giving the priority to that I should have, because they are important.
I hear everything you're saying, but like I have nothing tangible to work with. There are things that you brushed under the rug or like thought weren't a big deal, but now are a big deal. What?
Just like
what?
Just us.
Can I know about them? Like
it's about your energy and my energy living and coexisting in the same space is what it is. Is your energy going to be like too much for me, or is it going to like make me feel, you know, like overwhelmed? Is it going to be like too much for me? And it was great, like it was fine, like, you know, in Cabo and everything else, but like here and every day, like with when you bring in like work and you bring in just like day-to-day like stresses or whatever, there's so much going on, and I feel like I didn't have a moment to really like for myself. At the end of the day, like it's not you, like it's me. It's
no, but like, you are literally saying that.
I don't want you to think like it's like there's something wrong with you.
I know there's nothing necessarily wrong with me, Ramses, but it's like you told me you fell in love with me because of who I am.
Yeah.
And like we get this experience, and you just like, well, maybe the energy is too much for you. Like
because
you know how that sounds.
I know how that sounds.
Okay.
But in the pods, like it felt amazing. Like it felt like I loved feeling your energy. Like
The energy is so great. Like I get it. I've heard that before. energy is different from mine. I haven't seen it as a negative. You know? I dated if I can relax and calm down and just like chill on the couch and watch TV. But it's like I can vision it. I can literally see it. Like, why can't you see it? It's like you already know. You already made up your mind. Like you already know that like I'm 2 months to live with.
These 3 weeks is all I have.
But you don't even
Plus 4 weeks
can't
is
see
all I
beyond
have.
that. You can't see like
Because
you
I
can't
don't
see
want to
change.
make assumptions. Like I don't want to like.
But we're in
jump
control of
to
our future.
We can't say what that's gonna look like because it's like we haven't lived it.
He's just done.
I think you should have come to this experience because, like, Ramses, it's very clear that you need to like live with someone for a long time before you even.
This 3 weeks would have been fine. It would have been enough time. Just like I couldn't anticipate that I was gonna arrive at this point, and like I wasn't gonna like feel like feel the way that I feel or have.
I anticipated it the moment you have the conversations with other people. So. For the first time, I was like 100% myself. I feel like I've been like the most understanding person. How could I feel so sure and you not? I just like want someone to be sure about me. Just want someone to choose me, right? Like.
I did fall in love with you for who you are. Like I did love your energy. Like all of that was part of the reason why like we bonded.
We're like 2 days ago to this. Literally insane.
No, you're
There's
insane.
nothing like left to be said then.
Nothing left to be
It's the worst
said.
day of my life.
Here it comes, guys. They're hugging right now. The goodbye hug.
Are you sure?
This already fucking hurts me so much.
You came sure so fast. For real. Out of nowhere. Like it comes so sure so fast.
It's not that I'm sure about my love for you. So like it's just I'm just sure about like we're supposed to both go into this like fully sure of like this decision.
I think you're making a mistake. I think this is a big mistake. I believe that wholeheartedly, and I can't give it to you otherwise. Like, I don't know, but I just know this is not right. Like, this is not right. Sleep over, sorry, break. Make it better. No one to make More, more.
Oh, wait. They're going to make me cut this now. All right. Once the music starts playing, then they're going to make me cut the scene. So, I mean, if I have to cut it, I don't care. But it was heartbreaking. Like, I don't think you guys are getting it the way I got it. It was heartbreaking. It was heartbreaking, period. I was hurting for her, but more in a way where I wish she didn't beg him. But I also understand being in that moment. What else can you do? You want to do this marriage thing. You think that I don't think she loves him. Or else why would she say, I'm willing to stay married for 7 years? That sounds to me like someone that just wants to be married. So it was heartbreaking. All righty now. So this guy, I feel really bad for him. I forget his name. Nick D. Nick D also broke up episode 11 from Hannah, who was probably one of the most masculine, unkind women I have ever met. Nick D was a sweetheart. I love Nick D. Hannah, not so much. Hannah is volatile. Hannah put Nick D down all day, every day, from morning to end. And he finally stuck up for himself in this episode. So I was really proud of Nick D when he was having this conversation with her. And he kind of gave her a few zingers. And I was like, go, Nick. Go, Nick. Go, Nick. She thinks Nick is a boy. And he's older than her. And he lives with his parents. And they love him. And he was doing sports overseas. So he was living with his parents because he was doing sports overseas. Why hold an apartment, he said. But when he went on the show, he was still living with his parents because he had just gotten out of sports overseas. She could not see that. She was mean. She was horrible. Hated, disdain for Hannah. This is Taylor's mom. I've never seen more cold-ass moms in my whole fucking life. She was cold. Marissa's mom was cold. Like, it was crazy how these moms could not even put a smile on their faces. They came in like horrible. They were like, and you're getting married. And Marissa's mom was like, I'll cut your balls off. How's that? You F with my daughter. Not necessary. Grown-ass mom. I realized she went from being poor to successful. She raised 3 or 4 very successful children. Got it, mom. Got it, Marissa's mom. No. You don't show all this to your daughter's husband and then threaten him. Like, she was the man. You know how dads, like my dad threatened my ex. My dad was like, don't fuck with her because you have to answer to me. Love that about my dad. I think that's where I get my coldness from my dad. My mom would never show that side. My mom loved my ex. Loved him more than me, but that's a whole nother problem. Oh my God, these very masculine mothers here. I was shocked. All right, this is her trying on her wedding gown. That's Taylor. This is Taylor. Oh, at the dinner with her mom. I didn't really understand all of that. And this was, why did I take a picture of this? This was one of Marissa's friends, I think. And then finally, when she picked the right dress, this mother was stone cold. This is Taylor's mom. When she picked the right dress, she
1,
broke down.
4, 2, 4, 3, 6, 6.
Hold on, guys. How are you?
Okay. Are you available to talk?
I'm not. I could be available in about an hour.
Call you in an hour.
Okay, sounds like a plan.
Okay, thank you.
You're welcome. Bye. You guys. All right. That's it for Love is Blind. I do want to show you a picture of P. Diddy and Pizzagate. Isn't that a great picture I created? What a villain. I love that picture. Also, everything, copyright disclaimer. Allowance is made for fair use for purposes such as criticism, comment, news reporting, teaching, scholarship, research. Fair use is permitted by copyright statute that might otherwise be infringing. Nonprofit, educational, personal use tips the balance in favor of fair use. Right, YouTube? All right. I guess you guys are just not watching Love is Blind. If you can go back and binge watch it like I was forced to. I think yesterday was the finale. I thought it was tonight, but I think it was yesterday. So the finale is going to be interesting. So if you guys haven't watched it, just watch the finale. Because that's where all the recap comes. And that's where, like, they wrap up the storyline. And you'll catch up. You'll catch up. All right, guys. I am going to stop here. But I really wanted to know if you guys are okay. But I'm going to stop here. There was something I was going to do on P. Diddy tonight. Oh, let me know if you guys want me to check to see if P. Diddy took out Bernie Mac. You know, he's the hitman of the industry. He's not a mogul. He's a hitman. And let me know if that's something y'all want me to check into through the cards. If it ain't, it's going to show ain't. If it is, it's going to show is. But I'm kind of thinking they need to exhume Bernie Mac's body too. All right. Thank you, guys. Okay, thank you, guys. Please do. Oh, please do. Oh, you guys want me to check that? I'll check that tonight. I don't know. I just got a feeling. Love you, Miss Tracy. Thank you, Bree. All right. I mean, let's check it. Let's check it with the Witch's Tarot, because that gives me a little bit more. I love you guys. Take it easy. Bye.
In the heart of the city, there's a lady so divine, with a gift so rare she can read between the lines, unlocking mysteries. She's the one we all admire. With a touch of magic, she sets our souls on fire. From psychic readings to rosemary oil so pure, her spirit shines bright. Of that I'm sure. On TV she graces the screen with grace. Her presence presence is a blessing in every time and place. Pop culture psychic, in tune with the stars. She sees beyond the veil, even beyond Mars. And when the night falls, Tracy after dark, her wisdom illuminates like a powerful spark. So if you seek guidance, look no further than her door. Tracy Brown live where wisdom does soar. Through the realms of the unseen, she'll light your way. With every word she speaks, darkness turns to day. Tracy Brown live, the beacon of light, guiding us through the shadows of night. Her voice like a melody, so pure and strong. In her presence, we know we belong. From psychic readings to rosemary oil so pure, her spirit shines bright, of that I am sure. On TV, she graces the screen with grace. Her presence is a blessing in every time and place. Pop culture psychic, in tune with the stars. She sees beyond the veil, even beyond Mars. And when the night falls, Tracy after dark, her wisdom illuminates like a powerful spark. So if you seek guidance, look no further than her door. Tracy Brown live where wisdom does soar. Through the realms of the unseen, she'll light your way. With every word she speaks, darkness turns to day. Tracy Brown live, the beacon of light, guiding us through the shadows of night. Her voice like a melody, so pure and strong. In her presence, we know we belong. Tracy Brown lived the beacon of light, guiding us through the shadows of night. Her voice like a melody, so pure and strong. In her presence, we know we belong.